Welcome back. Joining me now is Sam Vaughn and Helen Tedderis of BestSelf Behavioral Health. Hi, thank you so much for joining me, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so we're here to talk about an upcoming holiday shopping event. Let's start off by talking about it.
Well, we're really excited. It's our first shopping event. I'm not with BestSelf, I'm a volunteer.
Okay.
So I'm chairing this event, which is a wonderful collection of 16 local vendors, and we have 7 sponsors, so we're very excited. It is tomorrow night at the Buffalo Club at 5 to 8, and what we want to really do here is raise awareness of the CAC, its importance, and the fact that it needs contributions and funding to survive. And when you hear about the work that is done at the CAC, everyone will say, well, what can I do? And that's what's happening. It's funny when you talk to vendors, say, oh, what can I do? I'll do it, or I'll come. So it's been a really wonderful first-time event. So we're looking forward to it.
And when she's saying CAC, she's talking about the Child Advocacy Center at BestSelf. So Sam, I'll let you talk about that.
Sure. The Child Advocacy Center is celebrating its 30th year, which is great. We're moving into a new building, which will expand our services. Child sex abuse in Erie County is the second highest rate in the state of New York outside of Westchester County. We suspect somewhere around 3,000 to 5,000 children a year in Erie County alone are impacted by this issue, and the CAC is the exclusive place within Erie County where they're seen. Our current building can only see a third of them, and so this new building that we're working towards is going to allow us to see every kid that this is impacting. And we think that's an incredibly important issue. The other beauty of the CAC is who's in it. So the Buffalo CAC is really unique to have a lot of fantastic partners, like the Erie County District Attorney's Office, all of our local law enforcement offices, as well as Oshai Children's Hospital has a clinic right inside the CAC. And so when a child comes in for one of these unfortunate cases, the goal is as few times they have to say their story as possible is what we're looking for. And so this new building will allow that to happen seamlessly.
So it's kind of the one place where these children have gone through something so traumatic. Basically, all of their needs are right there, so they don't have to continue to go on and talk about their trauma.
That's the goal, yeah. And the beauty of the CAC, you know, being a part of the parent company BestSelf is then it allows for any patient at the CAC to use the full suite of services that BestSelf offers, all the way from health homes to residential care. And so it's a really important message for our community to hear. This holiday shopping event today will help kids in the future be good neighbors, be good aunts and uncles, be good doctors and physicians. And so as the director, I always think about the kids that we see today are going to have so much more potential because the CAC and the community was able to support them.
Wow. So as far as, you know, when these children go to you guys as the kind of the first steps of explaining what's happening and getting the help they need, what other services do you provide to help them get on their feet and start on a better path of life?
Yeah, so aside from the forensic services, we provide a lot of therapy services. So we have, I like to think, the best therapists in the county because they're trained really well. All of our clinicians are trained in evidence-based modalities, and BestSelf invests a lot of time and money in making sure our clinicians are trained in EMDR or DBT, the top tier of the interventions that are provided. But then again, with BestSelf's large, suite of services, these kids can get therapy. They can also get help applying for benefits. They can be linked with an advocate who's going to help them go through that long judicial process. All of that is something that immediately the child gets access to.
Wow. Well, let's go back to the event for a second, because this is all raising money for the CAC. So how much are tickets?
Tickets are $100, but you'll have food, and we will have some adult beverages as well for people. And it is going to be very interesting because there's a lot of very unique vendors who are going to be there, all local, which I think is also a big plus for our event. So many times, people want to buy local. I want to buy local, but where do I go to get kind of a high-end scarf, or where do I go for some woodwork? So it's going to be a very, very diverse group of vendors there, and I think that's a big plus. But really, when you hear Sam talk, you get really touched, and it is a subject you don't really like to talk about. It's something that's awful, but we all have to, as a community, and we're Buffalonians, we have to gather together, doing what we can all do to help and to make a difference. And I think that's what CAC is doing.
Right. It should be a wonderful event. Tickets are $100. When and where is it happening?
It is happening tomorrow night. From 5 to 8 at the Buffalo Club. You can get tickets online, BestSelf website.
Yes.
And we're filling up pretty quick, so if you are interested, please go on as soon as possible.
Alrighty, we've got all of that information. Is there anything left that you want to say as far as encouraging people to not only celebrate the night, but obviously it's going to be a fun night, but it's talking about a very hard topic to talk about.
Exactly, you're
Yeah.
right.
I think the only thing that I would say is, this is an issue that impacts all of us. And so the more people today who can say, I believe you, I want to hear your story, I'm here to support you, sends a message to every kid out there who's watching to say, okay, if I need to come forward, I know my community will believe me.
Right.
And so I think for us, it's just walking in that intentional nature of we're the city of good neighbors. This is a really big problem. I believe we can do it together. And I think sometimes that's just saying to each other, we're going to do this together. And that's what the CAC is about, and that's what this event is about. It's about supporting small businesses, supporting the CAC, and getting everybody in a room to talk about something that impacts us all. It's 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 9 boys.
Sam and Helen, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you.
And
Thanks for the
viewers,
opportunity.
Again, the Best Self Holiday Shopping event is happening at the Buffalo Club this Thursday, tomorrow night, November 30th from 5 to 8. Just head over to bestselfwny.org/shopping-event for more and to get tickets. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.